Well, we are having a Hurricane to United boost and a Sabizter to United boost. That of Hurricane has been revealed by a correspondent of United ESPN known as Rob Dawson, and that of Sabizter has been revealed by Fabrizio Romano. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? Good morning, guys. How was your night? Hope you guys had a wonderful night, and some of you are just going to bed depending where you're watching us from. But obviously, we know you're operating in different time zones, and I think this video is going to find you in a very good mood that you have always been waiting for. So smash the like button, comment and share. We want to hit 12,000 subscribers by the end of this month, so guys continue to subscribe to see that by the end of March we've gone ahead to hit that milestone on its spot. Not so? Let's continue spreading the love, and let's do the needful and do promote this channel, because it 100% does United Matters channel. If at all you want to find me on another channel, look me out for on a channel known as Rokani Media Football. That's where I really talk sports of other teams. Now, today is really a very huge day according to me, because stories are really coming in through left, right and center. But let's start with Marcel Sabizter, a player that United got on loan from Bayern Munich, and obviously he's here playing very well. Scored his first goal for Manchester United against Fulham. It was the one that gave us the lead in the 75th or 76th minute in that game that ended 3-1. That really had a lot of drama with two players of Fulham sent off and their manager Marco Silva sent off. Fabrizio Romano this morning has told us that Bayern are not planning next season with Marcel Sabizter. United will make a decision at the end of the season. The player would like to continue at Manchester United. So Marcel Sabizter is a player that I love to keep at Manchester United. Do you know why? He's cheap and he has the quality. Just 29 years of age, and I think he's going to be so much important until the end of the season. You know, we are into the final corner or the final bend of the season, and Eriksen is back. If Sabizter is here, Casemiro is here, Scott McTominay is here, Fred is here, Bruno Fernandes is here, that means we are really having loads of competition in that midfield area. And you know what it means when you're having competition for positions, that calls in for your team to go all out and really start to put in performances in and out. So to me, my mind tells me that Sabizter is going to start Manchester United, because Bayern Munich are not going to make it hard for Manchester United to really sign Sabizter. Do you know why? Because they no longer have him in plans. They no longer have him in their plans. I think if I only get them like 15 million pounds, they'll get a Sabizter, because they bought him at like 8 million pounds. If at all you are making twice the amount of money, you bought a player whom you no longer have in your plans, I think it works all well out for you as a team known as Bayern Munich, because you would have gone ahead to relieve yourself from the huge salary that Sabizter earns at Bayern Munich. Remember, Sabizter earns £200,000 a week. Why is he earning £200,000 a week? He left RB Leipzig when he was left with on his contract. They got him on the cheap, because if he was tied on a contract of 4 years, they would have gotten him at like 50 million euros. But because he was a player of quality in his prime, I think it was like 26 years of age, then they signed him. He was left with 1 year on his contract. He had threatened on to really extend his contract at RB Leipzig, and obviously they had to sell him for 10 million euros to Bayern Munich. So I think Bayern gave him that contract, reason being they had got him on the cheap, and I think they saw it as something tangible according to the amount of money they had bought him and his value. But he has not been that kind of player that's gone ahead to fit into the team of Nagelsmann. And remember, Nagelsmann was his manager at RB Leipzig. That's it. So as it stands, everything looks rosy for Sabizter. I was happy for him when he scored, because he was coming close in the games he's been playing for Manchester United, especially that game of Rio Betis. When he came on through, Bruno released him and really went in for a shot that was really blocked by the foot of the goalkeeper, and it came back into play. So even in that game that we played against Fulham, he came close with a shot. Here is Marcus Rashford. So he had all signals that his goal is not far away from coming. And obviously, it came in through early enough. And obviously, we went ahead to really celebrate it. And he scored it in a very, 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 very good style. The flick, it was really out of this world. And I was really so much surprised that people never gave it attention. I don't know why. Is it because of the 2 red cards that were really given to the players of Fulham? That is Willian and Mitrovic? Maybe it would have denied him his shine, but I think that was supposed to be his shine. To me, it was supposed to be his shine. If at all the media was really serious, that was supposed to be pushed a lot. I think it doesn't have a very good team that really does his media stuff. That would have been all over social media and it would have trended because it was really a brilliant goal. So that is Marcel Sabizter for you. United are yet to make a decision on whether to sign him in the summer or not. But my senses are telling me we are keeping Sabizter at Old Trafford. Why? We want in midfielders. You get? If you sell Scott McTominay, that means you'll be having a deficit of 2. So that deficit of 2 includes one who plays in the double pivot and one who plays in a CDM position. So as it stands, when Scott McTominay is still here, we are needing one central defensive midfielder to act as a backup for Casemiro. But as it's well known that Newcastle and West Ham are interested for Scott McTominay, all in Scott McTominay, they want to sign him and take him. So that leaves us with a deficit of 2. With a deficit of 2, why go in for another one or for 2 when you already have 1? That means go to Bayern Munich, negotiate with them, pay them that 20 million euros they're requesting in for, and get in Sabitzer to become a United player. And then you go in for a Casemiro backup as a CDM. I think if at all you are having 70 million pounds, that can be really used to get into players. I think at 50 million pounds, you can get in a player who can act as a backup for Casemiro. Then at 20 million pounds, you can get in Sabitzer. That means we would have solved all our midfield positions or our midfield problems. Then would have been left with 1, the central defender playing with the right foot. And secondly, would have been left with the center forward that Erik ten Hag needs. And I think that's what is really running down the mind of Erik ten Hag. Now, we've gotten the story coming in from Tottenham Hotspur. Rob Dawson, United correspondent, has revealed to us that a team known as Tottenham Hotspur is interested in a United player that has been loaned or that was loaned at Nottingham Forest. That player goes by the names of Dean Henderson. Rob Dawson has told us that Tottenham Hotspur are interested in signing Dean Henderson in the summer if United decide to let him leave. Now, this is working all well for the United board because they know that Dean Henderson is a player that maybe Ten Hag doesn't want to come at Old Trafford because of his attitude. His attitude is really bad. When you look at how he talked to Erik ten Hag in December, when Ten Hag was inquiring whether he was okay with him to return to Manchester United, Dean Henderson told him that I can only return to Manchester United if at all I'm going to be the first choice goalkeeper. And Ten Hag doesn't like such attitude amongst his players. To me, I think it's all gone. It's all gone, and it's no longer near Erik ten Hag's table because he can't deal with a player with such an attitude. That's it. When you look at all his media interviews, they really show you that he has a very huge ego that Ten Hag doesn't deal with. You know, Erik ten Hag's history just goes ahead to really reiterate that he is a manager who doesn't welcome egoistic players. You know, Ronaldo, you get, and very many others have lost their positions and really sent out of the club because of their egos. And Ten Hag doesn't work with players with big egos. So I think Dean Henderson has made the right choice, and Spurs are interested in him. Do you know why? Their goalkeeper, Hugo Lloris, is 36 years of age. They need a new breed of a goalkeeper. I believe in Dean Henderson. He's a very good goalkeeper, and I think with time he might make it to that level. And I 100% believe he's not yet ready to become the first choice goalkeeper of Manchester United because the pressure that comes with that is really huge. To me, I believe if he has spent a full season at Nottingham Forest, though he was injured and they brought in Kyle Navas, if Spurs come in through and really sign him, and he goes and be the starting goalkeeper for Spurs for the next 2-3 seasons, I think that will really usher him into the galaxy or orbit of playing in the top 6 teams. So in the top teams in the Premier League: Manchester United, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City. So as it stands, I 100% believe that this is a boost. It's a boost. Why? Harry Kane, £100 million wanted by Tottenham Hotspur. If United goes ahead and really values Dean Henderson between 30 and 40, let's say 30, that means they'll go in and pay only £70 million. And by the way, he's earning close to £100,000 a week. That is Dean Henderson, meaning that you would have gone ahead to take off that wage burden off yourselves and obviously bring in Harry Kane, who will be okay with earning £200,000 at Manchester United. So to me, I see it as a deal that I see that as a catalyst that can really lead to the deal of Harry Kane to United happening, and obviously negotiating with Dan Levy. Though we are being told that Dan Levy is not an easy man to negotiate with, and Rob Dawson has also gone ahead and hinted about that here into the story. He had the following to let us know about that. Tottenham striker Harry Kane is on United's list of transfer targets. There is an acceptance at the club that negotiations with Spurs chairman Dan Levy would not be straightforward, and any deal could drag on until late in the window. Now, I think the interest of Tottenham Hotspur in Dean Henderson, a player of Manchester United, changes this whole scenario. It changes this whole scenario. And I think we now have a bait amidst that of Harry Kane that is not going to renew his contract at Spurs and he wants out. The other bait that can lead this deal to be done immediately is simple. Sorry about that. The other bait that can lead this deal to be done is simple. That is the player called Dean Henderson. I know the next manager of Spurs, because I know Antonio Conte is going to be sacked by Spurs, is going to come out and call for these signings to come in early enough, meaning that if you are to get in Dean Henderson, you will tell them that please, Dean Henderson is going to be used as a make weight on the signing of Harry Kane at Manchester United. Sorry, on signing of Harry Kane to Manchester United. So if you are not thinking wise, then we are not giving you this player. And I think for Spurs, it will work well out for them, because they wouldn't have spent money to buy Dean Henderson, and they would have gotten close to £70 million. That doesn't mean that I really fancy Harry Kane to come in at Manchester United. I obviously prefer Goncalo Ramos, Dusan Vlahovic, Benjamin Sesko, and Victor Osimhen ahead of Harry Kane. So that is it that we've gotten in from Rob Dawson, a correspondent of United at the ESPN, telling us some little stuff about the Harry Kane deal to Manchester United. But Ronaldo Cristiano has finally gone ahead and really spoken out for the very first time. He left Manchester United and went to Al Nassr. Remember, he was called up for the Portuguese national team to go ahead and really do the needful in their qualifying games, and this is what he had to say about Manchester United. He has said, Manchester United exit: when we are at the top of the mountain, we often don't see what's below. I went through a bad phase of my career. I have no problems admitting that, but life moves on. So, I think this will act as a lesson to Ronaldo that an ego doesn't lead you where you want to be, and it really brings you to the ground. Right now, however much Ronaldo is claiming that the Saudi Arabian League is really equivalent to the Premier League, that is a false lie, because when in the ranking, there are even some African leagues that are really better than it. That doesn't really see himself exonerated from what he did at Manchester United. His ego made him lose, to me, the legendary status at Manchester United. I think if he handled this more maturely, he would have found himself really leaving the club of Manchester United in the summer very, very well, without any grudges with the club or with the manager. But his name was really tainted. That's why team would go ahead and really sign him in the top 5 leagues of Europe, because he came out and said he disrespects Eric Ten Hag because Ten Hag doesn't give him the respect he deserves. Now, which manager would love to sign a player who disrespects his former manager? That manager is not there. So guys, your thoughts on Sabitzer and Harry Kane to United boost are welcome in the comment section below. Rokan David remains my name. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily, and hit the notification bell for the notifications to pop up either on your laptop, phone, or any gadget that you use to watch YouTube or watch us present this stuff. I sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Good morning.